Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I apologize for the mess and for the makeshift lighting. I'm gonna I guess I'm moving it around there. I have a couple of less than ideal light sources now after mine broke yesterday. But I think we can get through. This is Scrap Squad's 12 Days of Christmas Scraplifts. And yes, it's the Christmas season, but the 12 days, their 12-day scrap lift period always ends on my birthday. So I'm doing a birthday page, and because my birthday's in the Christmas season, I'm going to use kind of a mix of fernwood, which has nothing to do with Christmas, but does have gnomes, and a couple photo play collections. I'll show you those in a minute. This is the original. It's got a little strip of houses and the word winter, and then some mixed media and a strip of paper and a single photo that's framed with some little embellishments sticking out the side. And it's framed on a pattern paper. So I'm going to kind of follow some of that. I'm going to use pre-mixed or pre-done mixed media page on top of. So let's go. This is the photo I'm going to use, which is last birthday, best birthday ever, because hubby had been really sick and he kind of woke up that day. I gutted the background, the pattern paper background, because I can't give up all of these gorgeous flowers, and I'm putting it aside, but I may decide I want a flower on this page. I'm using this. This is a Maggie Holmes black and white plaid pattern. I know it's Maggie Holmes because of the strip here, and I pulled it out of a pad. So that's what I'm going to use as my strips of paper. I'm using, I've fussy cut a string of penguins decorating with Christmas lights from Snow Day by Photoplay, a collection from a couple of years ago. And I've also fussy cut a snowman who happens to be in a cone, so it's a snow cone. And John was the one who actually pointed that out. Look, Kathy, a snow cone. So that has to go on a page about him. This is from Snowball Fight, but also by Photoplay, a different year's Christmas collection. I have this little piece of vellum, which has little flurries, like snow flurries maybe. And this guy was cut from a bag. Let's see if I have the rest of it. It was a bag that had snowman on both sides, but the fact that it has the number 1 on it, I'm guessing it came from an advent calendar bag from Christina last year or the year before. So I cut him out and backed him with foam just to give him a little structure, because that was a pretty thin bag, and he's gonna figure in the photo. John loved penguins, and I love this photo of John. I think I'm not going to back it with foam because everything else around it is on foam, but we'll work on that in a minute. First thing I want to do, and I don't know if this is in camera range, so I'm going to move it into camera range. The title of this is going to be Best Birthday Ever. And I actually had a set of thickers that says Best Birthday Ever, but it's all in the same font and it's kind of small. So I put that aside. I'm using these alphas that came with, I don't know if they came, I think they came with fernwood. They're called fernwood, yes, so they did. And they're paintable. So I'm gonna do something like that with them. And I'm gonna get the word best from this thicker set. and I'm gonna spell the word ever. There's an E, there's an A, which I can make into a V, E, R. So I'm gonna have all kinds of different things going on there. So what I've got here is some Ditto glimmer spray, and it is old, but it's just the right color red, and it's not spraying, so I decided to pour it onto some, oh my gosh, it's gone through. Well, I can clean that up. And I'm hoping to get kind of brush strokes like that across my alphas. So let's see if we can do that. I've pulled the alphas that spell birthday onto here, and I'm just gonna kind of do that. And some will be colored more than others, apparently. So let me get this up. There's a hole in that, and I don't know, I think the ink must have actually burned that hole into there. That's very disconcerting. So I'll clean that up. I will work on this later. I'm assuming that's water soluble, so I'm gonna just put it aside and deal with it later. And I'm gonna put this aside and let that dry. So now let's look at the crazy combination of things I have going on here. This is my floral paper that oh, that would actually be pretty, wouldn't it? On a background. But I'm going to use this side. And the reason I'm going to use this is it's red, and red is going to be a main color. You couldn't tell it by the stuff I've assembled. And by the way, one of the prompts for Dottie About Flair's Happy Holidays is monochrome. And unless black and white and every other color on the planet is considered monochrome, I'm not going to make that prompt. So I've fussy cut this little string of guys. I've got this large photo. I've got my large penguin, and I've got these two strips. And because there's blue here, and in the original their mixed media is blue to provide kind of a wintry background, I picked this mixed media, pre-made mixed media page, and I cut it down so it would fit. And I'm going to try to center it on here properly. Okay, so that gives me my frame. I don't know if that counts as a frame for the DAF prompt, but we'll pretend that that it does. And I do have that other frame. I wanted to do this up as high as I can get it, because the photo is rather large per the prompt. And I'm gonna put some foam down here to support it, because I've backed this with foam. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of put this kind of right there, just eyeballing it. I'm gonna put this, well, where's mine? Here's this. And that, if I can have this kind of up there and having it show on both sides, realizing, of course, I'm going to cover it up, cover a fair amount of it up with this guy, and then, you know, maybe I should put this guy on this side, and this guy right here. I still kind of like it on that side. Okay, let me just get this on here. I'm going to assume that won't show once I get the photo there. I'll get the photo and we'll figure it out after I put the bottom panel on. We'll kind of see. And I'm just going to center it, realizing that my embellishments are larger on one side than the other, but that just means I can kind of fill them out. Okay, and let me do that. Okay, this bottom panel, which is where the title's gonna kind of have to go, is getting real busy real fast. Here, I want to give a nod to the row of houses, and in the Fernwood collection there are these little chipboard houses. So I think I'm going to, before I put that there, and before I decide on the placement, I'm gonna put these houses on here, or at least maybe a couple of them. And then if I put that there and kind of place this here, I kind of like that. And then the word birthday can go right here, and I can put best right here on that photo, and then ever maybe over here across the penguins. Okay, having decided that rather quickly, let me get this on here. And I'm hoping that the fact that the blues in here and the reds here don't necessarily go together. I'm hoping I can add enough variety to all of these things that it just looks like part of the mixed up conglomeration of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there, and then I think that puts this here, and those have foam on the back of them. This paper was wider than the paper I'm using. So I'm gonna do that right there. And I think this fits better now. I'm gonna leave those unglued for the moment. I can do that off camera. You don't have to suffer through that. Okay, so that's there. Let's go back to this guy. I like him there, and then I can do, I thought maybe I would do this big fern sticker right here. It kind of reflects that that palm tree, the potted palm tree that's there on the patio. And there are ferns just down the deck that way. And so I'm going to do that, maybe up a little higher there. And then this is on foam, and it can kind of go like that. And I bet I can find a flare to go right here. It's got birthday presents on it. I'm sure this is a Christmas flare that was meant to have Christmas presents on it, but who's counting? So I'm going to do that right there. And the reason that it's so appropriate to have these guys doing these penguins decorating the houses with lights is that's what we were doing out on the deck. That's kind of our tradition, that's the day we decorate, is my birthday every year. So he wasn't able to get downstairs or upstairs to James's level where we normally had the tree, and we did actually put a tree up there, but we put one out on the deck just right outside our window and put lights on it and had just a grand old time doing it. I've got another flare here that I'm gonna wait and make sure I get my title on. I also want to get that frame on. It says one of a kind, and I thought if somehow I could do that, we'd still be, both of us would be visible there, and yet he's in the frame. That worked out better than I expected, actually. There was a word strip that I loved. Pure happy. A day like this. I like that, and I thought I might put it right here. Let me put it on some foam. This is going to be a strange page because I've got the bright, goofy photoplay and paper sack colors, as well as the muted kind of fall-ish tones of Fernwood, but that really doesn't bother me. We're wearing bright, ugly sweaters that we'd gotten a couple years ago. I'm gonna put that right there. That introduces yet a different color of blue, and that's okay. I wonder if I can get that flare under that house. I can if I put some foam under the house. And I can do that. And I think I'll do two little layers of foam. I'm hoping you can see. I realize there's a fair amount I'm doing out of camera range, and I know you're tired of hearing that I'm working on a new setup, but I really am. It's just gotta I'm going to put that right there and then maybe do a small one of these embellishments on it. I actually wanted to put this on here, but I didn't want to just smack it on the paper. I thought this layered approach might be cute. Okay, I have this too that's kind of cool, but I'm taking away space for my title. I have a couple of toadstools, and I thought I would do one right here, the short one right here, and then maybe the tall one kind of overlapping the penguin there. And I like that idea. It kind of adds a touch of whimsy to the scene, and that's always a good thing. Okay, I think that is gonna work. Okay, and now I can't avoid doing the title. So I'm gonna pull it up. It does seem to be dry. The red is a good color. I tell you what I need to do is I need to glue these down as I'm going along here. Let me make sure that this is open. I need to make sure they stay down so that I can get my spacing correct. I usually don't care a whole lot about spacing, but for this, I kind of do. I like the shimmer. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't because it's not, there's no light source up there that would make it shimmer. But down here, down here where I'm working, it kind of does. I, on some level, wish these had come out more like they were a bit neater. The coloring had been neater. But I think I'm going to actually like that it's that each letter is different. And I may end up using small tile letters for the word ever, depending on the spacing. Everything's about the spacing. And I haven't left a lot of room on this page. But it's shaping up kind of the way I pictured it. So I guess that's a good thing. And just for the record, that ditto is not an ink. It's behaving much more like a paint. Okay. So there, and let me get the word best. You know, with one of a kind, I'm going to try to fit the best. You know those gold, let's see if I can, do it like that. That works. I wish the word ever were on here because I'd love to have that same font. But let's go, let's do this. Just why not, right? It's a Maggie Holmes Sunny Days, and it's a really pretty pink gold, which is nowhere else on the page. And, you know, that doesn't bother me. Gonna do that. And then I'm going to take the A. I'm used to turning V's upside down to make them into A's. But I think this is the first time I've ever cut an A to make it a V. And you can kind of see a little notch where I cut it there, and that's easily remedied by putting a little heart, layering a little heart over it. I'm glad I hadn't glued these down because they're going to actually overlap the word ever, and that's going to be okay, because I think it'll be obvious what it is. At least I will know what it is, and I'm going to be the one looking at it. So let's see if I can find a little tiny heart to go there. And here's my very messy, there's a little tiny heart. It's maybe not exactly the right color, but it is the perfect size. I know I have some others in here, but this one is available. And I'm going to put a tiny little bit of glue right there. Get that on there. Oh, come now. Okay, that works. Let's see where I think I can put this little festive birthday type flare right there. And it's stuck, so it's staying. I don't know that I can fit this giant flare in, but I like it there, and then I can do a strip of something on top of it, a word or phrase or butterfly or bird. And I'm gonna kind of curl that up, which is a good idea to do anyway. And that'll give me a good placement there. And that giant XL flare there actually has, it has several blues in it, which kind of bring that in. Let's see, there's some pretty stuff. I do like the idea of maybe a flower on there. I'd want one with some color. There's this, or there's this. I love everything in this collection. Oh, the bird. Let's go with the bird. Let's do the bird. There were birds. The bird that came to visit us that day was a cardinal, and I don't have any cardinals, but this guy will do because we do have some robins in the area. Okay, we'll do the bird there. Is there anything like could that go there? I think so. And that's from the Fernwood collection. It's clips. Now, for small embellishments, I thought I would use some of the things in this sticker. Gosh, that's not even been opened. There are some really cute little puffy stickers here that I think will look cute. And of course I can't pick the first one because and this would have been cute right there. I can do that little heart there, and I'm gonna see if I can find a, okay, here we go. We have to have the two hearts because those have always, when I put those on my layouts, those have always symbolized the two of us. And since that's what the photo is, that makes sense. And I love all of these kind of multicolored stars, and this kind of goes with that. So I'm just gonna kind of lay these out in the field here. There are two of them here. And I think there's a heart. I'll take this little kind of reddish one and I'll put it right there. Oh, it's in line with that one, so we can't do that, right? I'm gonna put it over here, closer to the margin. I've got lots of other cute things in here, little dots and so forth, but I think I've done, I found the other, I thought there were 3 of these stars, so I did find the third one. Okay, there. Now, I'm gonna call it done because I've kind of overdone it. I'm gonna just kind of tack that down right there, and I'll tack this down there. When I put the foam behind them, sometimes I just want it to prop it up. Sometimes I want it to stick up. In this case, I'm just going to let it be propped up, and I think that's gonna work. Let's make sure. Let's see. I have a large photo. I have a frame, and it's, of course, monochrome. It's monochrome, red and black and white and blue, and I think there's every color but purple in here. But I'm happy with it. It's a joyous, festive birthday page on a birthday that I'm trying to be joyous and festive about. But, you know, I miss this dude. Miss him a lot. And won't be the same without him. So there you go. You can kind of see. I'm just kind of centering it on that guy. Let me bring the light around. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope this angle was okay for those of you who've had some trouble. I brought it down a little bit and kind of moved things across the table. So it's not perfect, but I'm taking your suggestions as best I can until I get a true webcam set up. So thank you, and bye.